Okay, welcome everybody. It's now about 4 o'clock. This is a special meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the town of Darien. It's today is Wednesday, December 6th. I said it's about 4 o'clock. We're having this special meeting via Zoom because it was added to the calendar. Tonight this evening, we just have a general meeting to go over a few items. We are still waiting on Commissioner Barsanti, if and when she shows up, but we do already have quorum.
She just joined.
Amy there's Amy. Fantastic. Welcome, Amy. Amy Barsanti showed up at about 4:01. Fantastic. Okay. The first item on the general meeting is the mandatory referral number 5-2023 Board of Selectmen, Great Island, PL 23-169, report regarding the purchase of cul-de-sac bulb that connects parcels 23A and 23 of the Ziegler subdivision, lots number 1-AA and 1-A, respectively, which is adjacent to a recently purchased town-owned land known as Great Island. Our report is due on December 12th, 2023. In your materials for this week, you should have received the draft report dated today, December 6th, entitled Mandatory Referral Number 5-2023 Board of Selectmen at Great Island. I think I have one, maybe it's called a typo or grammatical, and then one little addition I'd like to see if I can make. On paragraph 2, it says, has reviewed the one-page, November 7th, 2023 memo. I always stick commas after for identifiers. And then in the third paragraph, it ends with, will provide improved access to Great Island. And I would add, which is town-owned land, period. Just those two qualifiers. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, typos, Scrivener's errors on this document?
No.
It's pretty straightforward. We've done this, numerous times. We're going to do it again in about 5 minutes. Are those items I requested for changes, they accept to everybody on the commission? Okay. With that said, I would entertain a motion to approve the report as edited. Amy, did you make the motion? Amy made the motion. Looking for a second. Adam makes a second. All those in favor?
6-0.
That
Thank
would
you.
be 6-0.
As edited.
The mandatory referral report is finished, completed, and accepted. So we can move on to the next one. I think that item is going to be on the December 11th RTM meeting. I don't think
That's
it's going
correct.
to come up as a mandatory referral, but it's just they're going to say when they talk about that it was already approved by the P&Z via this report. The second item on the agenda is mandatory referral number 6-2023 Board of Selectmen, Weed Beach Park at 155 Nearwater Lane. It's PL-23-176 report regarding substantial improvement to the town beach in conjunction with a proposal to create a passive recreational area on the east side of Weed Beach Park. The report is due on December 22nd, 2023. In your meeting documents, we got another mandatory referral draft report that was submitted. I have a couple just added additions to this one. Again, in paragraph 2, it says has reviewed a one-page, November 20th memo. I just added that comma between one page and November 20th. And then on the bottom, in the last paragraph, it says the commission finds that the conceptual plans for the proposed substantial improvement are consistent with the continued use of the property for community and recreational purposes. So what I would propose is just add the words for the proposed substantial improvement, basically to the park, which is what the mandatory referral is for in the first place. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, typos, Scrivener's errors on this one?
Do you want to change your comma after November 28th to be consistent with your prior comment in the fourth paragraph?
It's meeting.
And January
We were talking about a document. Let me see. And it's a November meeting. No, you wouldn't have it after November 28th in the third paragraph. You wouldn't have it in the fourth paragraph. I don't think so, Adam. Unless I'm off by. No lawyers like comments. I just like them for make it stand out.
8th. I don't care.
I don't
Okay.
favor comma.
Okay. Is the other part of the bottom, is that okay?
Yeah.
Where it talks about conceptual fair for the proposed substantial improvement to the property? Okay, with that said, I'd entertain a motion to approve as edited. Someone make that motion? Adam makes a motion. Looking for a second. Amy makes a second. All those in favor? 6-0. Fantastic. Alrighty, the next item on the agenda is adoption of the 2024 Aquifer Protection Agency schedule. As part of a subcategory of the Planning and Zoning Commission, we have an aquifer committee. We meet, I think, once a year. We have our agenda meeting for that. The meeting is going to be on January 9th, before our planning and zoning meeting. Any questions on this document? It's just the meeting schedule for what's going to come up for that committee.
The meeting is likely to be canceled, just so everyone knows. It's rare that anyone does any development because of the location of the aquifer. So it's unlikely you will meet, but we had to post a schedule or prepare a schedule and file it with the town clerk.
Fantastic. Okay, entertain a motion to approve the meeting schedule. Jamie, you want to make that motion? Jamie makes the motion. Amy makes the second. All those in favor? Okay. We have our meeting on January 29th. Stay tuned if it gets canceled or not. All right. Next item on the agenda is adoption of deliberations and possible decisions regarding the following. The first item is special permit application number 77-1, PL-23-156, United Methodist Church of Darien, Methodist Family Center Preschool at 357 Middlesex Road. I'm not going to read the rest of the interest and sorting in the record. In our information or documents for this month, we got a draft resolution dated December 6, 2023. It talks about what they're going to do. They're going to add in an additional classroom with 14 kids into the building. I had a couple items on here that I want to just go over real quick to see if some are correct and some are not. On page 2, number 2, I don't think you need the word Darien's working families. I think Darien families is fine. I think there's some people that don't work that still send their kids to preschool. And then the next half of that, do we know if this preschool is year-round childcare? It was only 9 months when my kid was there.
Yes, we do know, Steve. You're correct about that. The school runs from the first week of September through the second week of June. So we will amend that portion of the resolution.
So then we'll say provide, annual childcare. I don't know if that's be year round. You can change the word to whatever you want. I don't know if you need to say 9 months or consistent with the school year or something like that. The next item down where it says number 4 operates from 8:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. I would just say, 9 months a year or something like that. Not so it's 12 months a year. It gives the time, it just doesn't give the months. Number 5, fourth line down, it says under the awning near the playground. I would just get rid of the word blue. Maybe if they change it to a different color next year, because it gets wiped out when people are looking for a blue awning. In number 7, there has been that discussion with regards to the high school changing times. I would just add in the word high school currently dismisses at 2:17 p.m. And then the back end of that, it says a parking lot security officers also on site to prevent people. I think that's a high school parking. I think that's a high school security guard, not not a preschool security guard. So I would just put in there a high school parking lot security officers also on site to prevent people from parking on the site. And I think that's it from me. Oh, the only other item was at the back end. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it says this is approved for 3 years. Don't we usually do 2 years, or are we changing something? On number E as in Edward?
Yeah,
I thought these things are usually 2 years.
Yeah, I would say in this case, Fred, I think they're looking to implement it as soon as possible.
yeah, they are looking to implement it as soon as possible. I think we should change this to 1 year, which is the normal approval
Okay.
period.
That's
Yep.
fine. All right, that's
They
it
can
on
always
my
get an
end.
extension if they needed to.
Correct. But I know when Ms. Phelps came to us originally, they were anxious to get going. So theoretically, they have to then go to the state and get their approval. And I think Fred will just change the header to say 2023. I think they want to get this up and running by the start of the next school year in response to the state law that changed about kindergarten cutoffs.
She said they want to have it open by September due to construction over the summer. That's why they got to get rocking and rolling.
Yep.
Yeah. Good catch.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions, comments, typos, scrivener's errors on this one? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the draft resolution as amended or edited, whatever you want to call it. Mike makes that motion, Amy makes a second. All those in favor? Okay, 6-0. Those guys got their new classroom. Next item up for bid is the next thing on the agenda is proposed amendments to the Darien zoning regulations, COZR number 4-2023, PL 23-150, put forth by the Darien Planning and Zoning Commission. I'm not going to read the rest of it. It's already in the record. In our documents, again, we got a draft resolution dated December 6, 2023. This is a zone change, so it's going to be effective at the end of this year on a Sunday. We talked about it a lot. The only thing we're doing is, if you go to page 3 of the document, the word child care home, group is added to be under section 403 to move it into an accessory use, and taken out 404 where it was a special permit use. This is in accordance with the state law. I didn't see any typos or anything else on here that needs to be corrected. Any questions, comments, typos, scrivener's errors on this one? No? Okay, with that said, entertain a motion to approve. I think Adam makes that motion. Yep, Adam makes a motion, Amy makes a second. All in favor? Bingo. All right, that one's done. The last item on the agenda is deliberations only regarding coastal site plan review number 227D as in David, flood damage prevention application number 254E as in Edward, landfilling and regrading application number 458B, site plan application number 253C, PL-23-158, the town of Darien, Weed Beach Park, 155 and 155 near Water Lane. I'm going to paraphrase this. Proposes to strategically improve the property at 155 near Water Lane and the southern portion of 159 near Water Lane, the sewer plant, to create passive recreational area intended to integrate with the remainder of Weed Beach Park to the west and perform related site development activities within regulated areas. They include the installation of stormwater management. The improvements are to consist of open lawn areas, a paved loop pathway, and expansion of the beach area. A new crushed stone parking area will be located off the southeast side of the existing access driveway to Weed Beach Park It will be integrated with the remainder of the parking at the park. An existing boat storage area on the southeast portion of the combined site will remain. We've had a couple different meetings on this. The application was put forth, withdrawn. They did it a second time because of notices. We all familiar with it. We've heard the same couple of speeches out of these people twice. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to the park. We didn't really have, we had one town resident ask questions on it. It was really related to the amount of boat storage there for the Darien Junior Sailing Club. The applicant's representative said that it was adequate and exactly what they asked for. I think there were no neighbor comments. There's no changing to any of the lighting for this. And about 5 minutes ago, we just approved the mandatory referral for this one because it's a substantial improvement to the park. Anyone want to make a comment on this one? I think it's a great idea. I think they did a great presentation. We can always use bigger and nicer beaches in our town. Questions, comments on the application? Anything we missed? Good. I think that was a great thing. So I guess with that said or not said, I would direct staff to draft up a resolution to approve this resolution of approval for the application in hand. But I guess we'll review that at our next meeting.
Yep.
Great. All right. Sounds good. The next item on the agenda is chairman's report. The only thing about the chairman's report is we have the state of the town address on Monday. If anybody wants to add anything to the state of the town address, email either me or Jeremy or Fred with any ideas. The theme of the speech is going to be doubling down on Darien. There's a lot of people that are coming to Darien, investing more money that have existing projects in town, commercially and residential, and they're doing a second one or a third one or a fourth one or a seventh one for that matter. I think our town's doing great. I think our staff does a great job. And I think other people realize that when they see all the great work that's being done in town. Director's report, anything you have to add to that, Jeremy?
Nope. I was just going to mention state of the town address. And this would be our last meeting for the year. The next meetings start January and they will start at 7 p.m. It's going to take a little getting used to. And beware, the first handful of meetings at the start of the year, we get bounced around the building a little bit because of Board of Finance meetings. So as you get your agendas, keep an eye out for the room number.
Fantastic. All right. And with that said, thank you, Jeremy. Happy holidays to everybody. If everyone has a good, safe holiday with their family and friends and whatnot for the holidays and then also the new year. Our next upcoming meetings are January 9th. And then we have another meeting 2 weeks after that, which is January 23rd. And then I would just encourage everybody to either watch or attend the State of the Town address, which is next Monday night. This is a special meeting, so we can't add anything else to the agenda because it is a special meeting. Anybody want to make any other comments before we say adjourn, meeting adjourned? We're 19 minutes into it.
The record.
There we go. All right. Have a great time, everybody. The holiday season, rest of the month of December. We'll see you all in January. If we don't see you sooner around town, I hope we'll be out at Rico's tonight, taking attendance. With that said, an invitation, a motion to adjourn. Mike makes it. Oh, maybe he made the motion. Anyone? Mike can make a second. Mike makes the second.
All right.
All those in
Thanks a lot,
favor?
guys.
Hi, guys.
All right. Have a great
Enjoy
one,
the
everybody.
season, y'all.
Bye.
Have a great one, everybody.
Fantastic.
Happy
Thank you,
holidays.
folks.